Hello fellow citizen, this is a short tutorial in or for Star Citizen to set up for multiple screens. So the most important thing is that you've had started Star Citizen once just to make sure that everything is set up properly. And this looks like that. So if you look here, you will see our triple setup. On the left side, our control panel for streaming and recording. In the middle, you will see Star Citizen, and on the right side, you see the task manager for GPU focused. And even we don't do anything, it's already on 80%. Okay. Then we launch the game. On default, it is in one monitor setup. We have a triple setup of UHD monitors. Takes a while to load. The reason why we need to start the application or the game for the first time once, it is that in the program folder everything is put in place what we need later on to configure and adjust. So we start the game. Like we said, this is one monitor setup. Alright, we are in the game and this is how it looks. So for you it is important to notice the frame of, let's say, the bedroom, how it looks like. And as we notice here, the mouse is not inverted anymore. This is how it looks on one monitor. If you get up, it is like that. Nothing special so far. Lay down again. And then we go to options and we see in the game settings all the default settings, we guess, because we deleted our profile folder and now the mouse is not inverted. But what for us is important is this one. Default setting is the default resolution of your primary monitor, and it is in full screen. There are windowed option and borderless option, and the field of view in default is basically just below 0, but the number is 86. And we do not touch that. If we would to 116, which is in this setting is maximum, we go back to the game, and as you can see, the frames of the bedroom is far away, further away than before, but the lines look kinda straight, but you see some sort of dimensional directional distortion on the left side and right side of the monitor. If we get up, it looks like this. Kinda normal, kinda average, but it looks nice. Go out, walk around, looks like this. Question is, can we go back? Close. No, we are locked out, so we just leave like that. So this is basically just like the very first time you start up the game. And as you can see, our graphics is on load, we would say 50 degrees Celsius, just basically idling. So the most important thing is you've got in your program directory where you installed Star Citizen. If you just left the default, it would be C program files Star Citizen, but we changed it to game Star Citizen. And in there's a directory live, and there is a directory user just created when you started the very first time, or folder client, folder 0, folder profiles, and in here you have folder default, and in here you have the file. There should be a file attributes, yes, here. File attributes.xml. Open it with an editor or notepad, whatever you have available. Here you see on line 11 is FOV. If it's not on line 11, you just press Ctrl F for find and type in FOV and we'll hop over there. Default value is 83.9863, which is basically that 116 we changed or adjusted the FOV. We definitely do not recommend to adjust the FOV value in the attributes file. Just change it within the game. So then you have here the height, which is the vertical dimension on the monitor, and there should be a width. We type in width in the search folder, search window, and there you go. On line 64 is the horizontal dimension of the one monitor. So if we want to create a setup with two monitors, we basically just double that. Oops. It's 7680 pixel in the horizontal line. Put that in. Ctrl S for save. You will see it changed timestamp. All right. Then we basically close. We just minimize it. I'll put it over here. All right. And then we launch game again. No. We first completely shut it down just to make sure everything is nice and neat. And if we click here, Notepad++ doesn't show us a re-upload. That means it didn't make any changes. Start the app. Launch game. Yep. So while loading in the Windows settings, display settings, we have our three monitors, and as you can see, we do not have a proper order, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is the center screen is made main display, and so we have left monitor and right monitor. And for some reason, Star Citizen is smart enough to know that the center, or let's say the main monitor, is the monitor where people playing. So they put the left monitor on the left side and the right monitor to the right side, whatever number the Windows display setting is, right? So Main display is most important. We didn't test it, what happens if we choose another monitor as main display, but who cares? So now we have a double monitor setup, and you cannot see it, but it is split it in half, I would say. So we have on the right side of the main monitor is the left side of the game, and on the left side of the right monitor is the right side of the game. So we do not have a full side in here. This is empty space on the main monitor, and this is empty space on the right side of the right monitor. We go into the game, enter. So the temperature of the GPU is flickering, means it switches between 49 and 50 degrees Celsius. Now it is constantly in 50 degrees and above. Alright, so as you can see, we have two monitors active, split it in half. That means there where is the zip line is basically the frame of our two monitors, and we would definitely not play with a dual monitor setup just because of the frames, the physical frames of the monitors. But as you can see, the lines of the frame of the bedroom looks straight and normal, you would say, and the left side and the right side of the screen is basically directional distorted, which is totally okay. And when you get up, looks like this. And yeah, we definitely would never play with a dual setup just because the frame in the middle, it looks like as we would not see properly. So the problem is we cannot. Oh yeah. Can we? No, we cannot go back. So quit the game. Quit to desktop. And if we didn't do any change within the settings, Notepad++ will not pop up this window, but it does. That means something changed within the game. Something changed within the attributes.xml file. So we hit yes, reload, just to make sure we have the latest version of this file. We didn't change anything. We didn't change field of view. We should have checked it just to see the value in there, but it should be still the same, 116 in game. So we go down and change the value of the width to activate basically 3 monitors. Hit save, say launch game, acknowledge. GPU is on 64%. And if you wonder, we have configured some reshading. That might be the reason why we have a different picture of the gameplay as you would see on your computer. Now it's loaded. It has issues with loading because it doesn't know where to go with the monitor, and this is the very first time you will experience how it works. So, and this is the reason, also the reason why it looks like this is because in the options it is still on native full screen, and Star Citizen cannot handle that. And as you notice, you cannot even hit any buttons here because the coordinate system of the mouse doesn't fit what is displayed from the screen. So it's basically everything is on one monitor. As you can see, we cannot leave the frame, and even here we cannot go out. You'll see the mouse is still there. So we gonna quit hardcore with quitting the game like this. Alright, Star Citizen, quit. Alright, Star Citizen is gone from the taskbar. So we hop in back to the attributes.xml file. Means the width is still correct. This is what we wanted to have, but what we need to do is set the window mode to borderless. Now we did an error for this display. You need to go first at the very first startup of the game. You need to go in there and change from native full screen to borderless. So luckily we did a backup, so we have everything still available. So where is it? Window mode, this line, and we put it right below the width. Oh no, we don't need, oh shit, we should have written this here. Window mode 2, save, restart, launch game. Yep. Alright, game is loaded, persistent universe, yep. And as you noticed, the monitor left and right went black, but what is left is the taskbar on the left monitor. For some reason it just stays there. You probably don't see it because in the stream it's a little bit different, but on the right side it's totally black, you don't see anything. And if we go with the mouse to the left side, we still can see the mouse on the taskbar, and we can open up. No, we cannot. Yes, we can. So that still works. Kind of fun. But when we click inside the game, it's gone. So the black screen you see on the left side is basically the game screen. But we can leave the game anytime we want, but just on the taskbar, which is kind of fun. Alright, so we are back in the game, and as you can see, the frames of the bedroom still looks vertical, looks natural. On the center screen, it is everything still normal. And on the left screen, right screen, it is distorted as we noticed before. We get out, and as you can see, there is some blurriness. There's some blurriness that comes from the default setting of the game. Probably motion blur. Looks like motion blur or camera blur. Alright, so this is triple setup, this is how it looks, and we will have a flight just to have you that experience. So, lobby, beaming like that, and if you wonder why we look constantly on the wrong direction, it's because the mouse is not inverted, so we have problems. Look up and down.
Welcome to the ASUS Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent.
So you don't pay anything by this as long as you have insurance. But we expect that if we have
to the ASUS Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
We don't have credits anymore. We are blank. We have no money, nothing.
Welcome to the ASUS Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
But the easy life is expensive. So as you can see, it is amazing just to notice the brighter. The space from left and right on the screen is just, I mean, you don't really look at it, the distorted field. It is there. You'll notice with your eyes that the picture, the screen is bigger, but you don't really see or look at it. For example, when you want to find instruction for power toggle, you look at it, and let's say the HUD screen
All
is
systems operational.
not distorted. It's just the field of view that is distorted, which is kind of interesting. And even on the left side, our health state is not distorted, which is nice. But what we want to check first before we take a flight is, how does inventory look like? So we have, on the left screen is nothing. In the center screen we have standalone character. On the right screen we have the inventory of Port Dressler in this case. So we will take this one and check how it looks when we have a second panel on the left side, and it is nice and clean, nothing distorted, everything suits like it should. So put that on, and then enter spacecraft. turn that thing on. Power. Throttle. Request for departure.
You are clear to launch.